Okay, so Heather was right. Gosh darn it, Heather was right. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Realm of Comics, where we discuss everything comics, manga, and graphic novels related. Hello, I'm Ashley, and I'm horrible at TBRs, but here we are talking about my August reading plans because why not? Why not? Heather called me out like a spade. She called a spade, and she was right. Because Heather said, not you making a TBR. Child, you right, not me. Not me making a TBR. I ain't got no business doing it. And I'm gonna continue to do it because I'm just gonna make it my business. Okay. So here's the thing. It is an August reading plans. None of my TBRs I think are ever going to be hardcore. I mean, I just kind of read and go with the flow, and I think I need to maintain that reading and going with the flow. That's gonna be my MO, my priority, what I'm gonna end up doing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that I'm currently reading. I'm going to talk about some things that I have my eye on for August, but don't have this expectation that this is what I'm going to stick to, because I'm definitely a mood reader, but these are things that I'm currently interested in. It's also a quick way to recommend stuff to you that maybe I'm interested in that maybe you pick up before me, because guess what? That's exactly what ends up happening. And then I'll talk a little bit about what I'm currently reading so far in the month of August. All right, so I have two things that are from my library that I want to get a hold of. Now, keep in mind here, with my TBR that I had last month, I didn't get to anything that I said I wanted to get to. I'm pretty sure I didn't get to anything that I said I wanted to get to. I'm still looking. First things first, I do need to continue with my TBR from last month. It's not that I didn't read any comics, graphic novels, or manga, clearly, because I've done a couple of vlogs for the month of July. I just kind of went with the flow, which is fine. It's all good. It's perfectly fine. But I wanted to add a couple more things to that list of what I'm interested in. This first one, to be honest with y'all, I'm not sure. I'm not going to know until I read it whether this is a middle grade or a more children's graphic novel. It's giving me more children's graphic novel right now, but that could change when I start getting into the context of the story. But it is Bigfoot and Nessie, the art of getting noticed, which it has very, very cute artwork. If you can see that, very, very cute artwork. So this is about two characters of lore, Bigfoot and Nessie. So Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. So you have Bigfoot, who is having this issue of never being able to get into pictures, and then you have Nessie, who's like, I would rather not be in the mix of pictures, until they end up, I believe they end up becoming friends, and thinking about what's the price of fame. Because if you know anything about like legend and lore, Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster are definitely two very, very popular individuals when it comes to legend and lore. So I thought the idea of this one was really, really cute, and so I wanted to go with that. Now this one I do know is a middle grade graphic novel, and it is Doodles from the Bookie Down by Stephanie Rodriguez. This may be loosely based on the author's experience, and in this, the character's name is also Steph, and she's supposed to be applying to go to high school. She's in 8th grade, and all of her friends are excited, but she's not as excited. She finds out that there's an art school, LaGuardia, I think it's an art and music school, but she's from the Bronx, and so the LaGuardia art school is in Manhattan, and so it's a public school in Manhattan. Her mom not going to go for it, and so she has to concoct this scheme in order to be able to apply and attempt to go to the school, which I'm sure is not necessarily going to go well, but I am interested in picking this one up. I don't know why it's taking me so long to get to this one, to be honest with you, but I just recently put it on hold, and I'm like, why did it take me so long to get this? I have absolutely no idea. One of the other things that I wanted to continue with, because I did actually start this last month, is Spy Family. I really enjoyed the first volume of this, which you would know that if you check out the video that I did, which is my first impressions of Spy Family. Really enjoyed this. It's definitely worth the hype. I was very nervous about starting the series because I was like, oh gosh, it's so hype. Like, I was getting nervous about, you know, anything that's hyped, whether it's a graphic novel, comic, manga, or a prose book or whatever. Like, I just get nervous with hype because I was fear that I am not going to have the same reaction as everyone else. But it's well worth it. I think it's very cute and very charming, and I think that there's a lot of layers to this whole entire character development world, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm hoping to continue on with the series. I do own volumes 2 and 3, and so I'm hoping to go ahead and dive into those at some point this month. The next couple of things that I'm going to talk about are things that I currently have checked out from Libby, which I feel like I'm more inclined to read things from Libby, which is how I got into the predicament that I'm in right now with with not having read anything on my TBR, because I get on Libby and I just start putting things on hold, and it is what it is. So the first thing that I have that is actually about to expire is My Aunt is a Monster by Remina Yi. Now, I've read The Seance Tea Party by Remina Yi and really enjoy it. So this is another middle grade graphic novel that is a contemporary fantasy, and it follows a main character who is blind, and she goes and lives with this mysterious aunt, which I'm assuming that the aunt may or may not truly be a monster, but the main character is used to like traveling into different worlds through her audiobooks, but I'm guessing that this mysterious maybe monster aunt is going to teach her a little something different. That is one that I actually need to finish. Like, you know, after filming this, I need to start that because I have like 3 days left on that. I'm also supposed to be reading the Night at Dawn graphic novel, so I am currently reading the prose books of the Magic Treehouse series. If you did not know, they're also doing graphic novel adaptations, and so I am reading those as well. So I have the Night at Dawn checked out, which those are relatively quick reads, but my copy is due in my copy is due in 4 days. I just feel like I have not been using my time wisely when it comes to like putting things on hold and reading them when I'm supposed to read them, but that's yeah. The next one that I'm reading is Firebird, which is by Sun Mi. This is a young adult graphic novel that I don't really know much about, but I fell in love with the cover. But it follows 2 queer Asian American main characters in high school, and so I think it's about the relationship or friendship between the 2 of them. But I'm excited to dive into that one. I think that one is just in 2 color, like it's the way that it's inked. I believe it's only done in 2 colors, which I'm very interested to see, because I'm used to seeing like monochromatic, but I don't know if I've seen it where it's specifically working with, I have to think about that. I don't know if I've read one where it's specifically working with 2 colors. I also have Eerie Tales from the School of Screams, which is a middle grade horror graphic novel that had some really good marketing behind it. Somebody DM'd me on Instagram and sent me the trailer for it, like literally right after I had ordered it for our library. Somebody sent me the trailer. The reviews on it were really good, but when they sent me the trailer, I was like, oh, I've got to get my hands. Like, they put a lot of effort into the marketing behind this one, so I'm excited to pick it up. I was able to get my copy of The Princess and the Grilled Cheese Sandwich back again. Because if y'all know, I talked about that in my July reading plans, and I was supposed to be reading it, but then my hold expired and I was about halfway through, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this and I don't want to rush it. But I can say that it is, like I said, I'm about halfway through. It is really good. It's really cute, charming, everything, all the characters, everything. It's all about cheese. So that's all that I have checked out that I need to read, but I'm also on hold for some more graphic novels, including Pokemon Adventures Volume 1. I'm on hold for that. I'm on hold for Mummies in the Morning, which is part of the Magic Treehouse series. And okay, so maybe that's it. That's the only graphic novels that I'm on hold for. Okay, so one major thing on top of, I do need to get through my list of things that I wanted to read in July. So everything that I read in July, I need to move over to this list. But I also want to pick up this huge thing. I don't think that I'm going to be able to read all of it, but I really want to, because it's been staring at me and I keep looking at it. It keeps looking at me. We keep making eyes at each other. And so I feel like at this point I just need to get it done. And the huge thing that I'm talking about is Paradise Kiss. So I am a huge fan of Ayazawa. This is complete. This is all 4 volumes of Paradise Kiss. It already very much so Ayazawa's artwork. I mean, I can definitely tell that it's her because the characters look very similar to those in Nana. But this is a very, very long manga. I'm not too sure. It's close to, it's a little over 850 pages. So it's long. It's a huge commitment. But I've just been staring at this for so long and I'm like, at this point, I just literally just want to read this whole thing and get it over with. And so I need to do that. On top of that, do I possibly need to get caught up on One Piece? Yes, yes, I do need to get caught up on One Piece. The trailer for One Piece has come out. Everybody's been reacting to it and I could like kick myself for not being further in the series than I am. But hopefully I'll get back on that train and, you know, get her done. It's not going to be a project that I finish this year, but hopefully I finish next year. Let me know in the comments down below what your reading plans for August are. Heather, don't come from my neck, okay? All right, I know. You were right. As always, y'all, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and you're looking for ways to follow me on social media, all the links will be down in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon.